Day two of the Republican National Convention is now underway.
Well, tonight the focus shifts to the GOP plans for immigration and crime. The theme at Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee will be Make America Safe Once Again. Correspondent Natalie Brand is in Milwaukee now, and she's joining us with the latest.
Hi there, and the evening programming gets underway in just a couple of hours from now. There's a long list of speakers from seasoned lawmakers to also what the Trump campaign is calling everyday Americans to share their personal experiences on crime and the border. But tonight we'll also showcase former political rivals who are now speaking on behalf of the 2024 GOP presidential nominee.
Former President Trump's new running mate did a walkthrough on the convention floor this afternoon ahead of his big speech Wednesday night.
Donald J. Trump.
J.D. Vance joined Trump in the convention hall Monday when the former president brought the crowd to its feet. His right ear bandaged following Saturday's assassination attempt.
You didn't have to see the tears. You could feel the tears fall. And that's what it was for me. When he came into the room, you could just feel the emotions that came over everyone.
RNC delegates describe it as a unifying moment for Republicans, and the Trump campaign is working to further unite the party, with speeches tonight from primary rivals Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley. Haley, the former UN ambassador, was added to the lineup following Saturday's shooting. But another Trump primary challenger told CBS News he's not there yet.
I am very pleased, though, that he's come out with a different tone since this last week attempt on his life. And I hope that new tone carries on into the fall. That's very important for our country. And so I'm keeping my options open down the road.
The theme of Day Two's programming is safety, expected to focus on crime and the border.
This is one of the top issues for Republican voters, according to polling.
I think it's a top issue with every voter.
Texas delegate Michael Salvo says he wants to see change right away.
People are scared. Political violence, whatever's happening with the border, it all really mingles to people being unsafe or feeling unsafe.
Tonight, delegates will also be hearing from Americans directly impacted by drugs and crime.
And one of those speakers is a Republican community activist from Pittsburgh. On the list of speakers tonight is also Senate candidate Dave McCormick. Natasha, Siafa?
Natalie, thank you so much. Delegates and others attending the RNC last night were moved by former President Trump's attendance on night one.
Well, it was his first public appearance since Saturday's attempted assassination in Butler, Pennsylvania. CBS News Philadelphia reporter Dan Snyder has been speaking with delegates from our area who were in the room when the president arrived. Dan.
Well, Natasha, Siafa, just 2 days after a bullet grazed the former president's right ear, he made that first public appearance surrounded by thousands of supporters in Milwaukee. Right around 10 p.m. Eastern time, Trump entered the Fiserv Forum with a bandage on that ear. He didn't speak, only sitting with his vice presidential nominee, J.D. Vance, and other family members watching those speakers on the stage. But Pennsylvania delegates I spoke with today say Trump's presence helped set the tone for the opening night of the convention.
Here he was 2 days later doing everything he can to show America what a true leader he is, and not just America, the world. It was just so empowering and emotional.
The fact that they saw that he was wounded, his ear was bandaged up. Some people were very somber. Some people were extremely excited. Some people cried. So it had a range of emotions.
Now, over the next couple days, these delegates will turn their attention to setting the party platform. Immigration, as we talked about, is set to be the focus of night two of the event, but delegates I spoke with say there are plenty of other priorities they want Republicans to focus on. Night two of the Republican National Convention slated to turn the attention to key policy points for the party, and tonight's theme, Make America Safe Again, with the focus on one issue former President Trump has made a mainstay of his campaigns, that of course being immigration. Just taking a look at tonight's speaker lineup, people at the convention are set to hear from Senators Ted Cruz and Tom Cotton and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. All three have been hardliners on immigration. And while delegates I spoke with say that issue will absolutely be a key piece of the GOP platform, there are other priorities that they're going to be discussing over the next few days.
Veterans issues. I think that the right of veterans, that's what I care about so much.
It's fighting for the average American in terms of an everyday American in terms of the cost of living, in terms of taxes, and in terms of being able to make ends meet.
Particularly where our stance is on abortion, that, you know, it's a states' rights issue, particularly for Pennsylvania. It's already been determined by the voters. 75% of the people want a woman's right to choose.
Our area has seen some representation on the RNC stage so far this week. You had South Philly native Amber Rose speaking last night, and South Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew will take the podium tonight. Long list of speakers set for tonight, capped by Senator Marco Rubio and Trump's daughter-in-law, Laura Trump. South Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew is also slated to speak just after 8 p.m. But in just about an hour, Republicans will highlight 10 GOP Senate candidates, some running in contested races in swing states, and that includes Dave McCormick, who's challenging Bob Casey for his Pennsylvania seat in the fall. McCormick's speech is one that PA delegates say they'll be watching closely.
I got to know him much better in the last year and a half. He's solid. He's got a great resume.
I'm excited to hear from him. I can't wait to hear what he has to say about the state of the U.S. Senate race and taking the U.S. Senate seat for the Republican Party.
Now, McCormick is scheduled to take the stage just after 7. Other notable speakers on the list tonight: House Speaker Mike Johnson, and then a slew of former Trump rivals, including Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis. Yuki?
Day 2 about to get underway. Thank you, sir. Stay with CBS News Philadelphia for continuing coverage of the RNC.